Guess we're gonna move on to... Oh, no, I dropped it! Hey guys, magandang umaga o magandang gabi depending on what time you're watching this video. My name is Monica and welcome to my channel. So I don't usually do this type of video because I'm just not very like tech savvy in the way that normal YouTubers who do this type of video are, but I just thought that because whenever I when I want to buy something new, I always look for a review, and you know, sometimes I don't want to listen to the technical mumbo jumble because I just want to know, is it good quality? Are there any things I need to know before buying it? Are there like annoying little bits? Like, can I get past those type of annoying things? So I'm gonna do kind of just like a simple tech review on the SkullCandy Indy Wireless Earbuds. Do you know how many times it took me to learn that? It's not long, but it's tricky. They are Bluetooth connected to your phone. So it came in this, obviously, SkullCandy with like the skull, on the side. I think it was really pretty when it came. I obviously got the mint colored one. So when you open it up, it comes with like the instructions on the side, and it comes with like obviously a proper instruction manual. So this is what the case looks like. I think I'll show you like a zoomed in version. So the charging port is at the bottom. It comes with just a wire in like a plastic bag here, along with like your other sizes for the earbuds. It doesn't come with an actual plug, but I think they're just assuming that everyone's got a plug that you can attach different wires to anyway. And the good thing about this is that you can check at the front. So there are 3 lights at the front, and when you open and close the lid of the case, you can see how charged up the case is. So the way that these things work, if you don't know already, if you haven't got AirPods or any type of wireless earphones, they come inside the charging case, and whenever you're just done using them for the day or for however long, you put them in the case and it charges up the earphones from the case, and then you can charge the case up separately on another time with the wire, if that makes sense. So I find that really good because you're kind of never gonna run out of charge for your earphones this way, because I think it says the battery life is something like 16 hours. Yeah, it says on the case here it's up to 16 hours battery life, but who's gonna be listening to music for 16 hours straight? So really I feel like it should never run out of battery. That's my theory. So that's really good, and when you open it up, you can make sure that the earbuds inside are actually charging, because when you slot them into the case, it flashes you a red light, and that just tells you that it is actually charging while it's in there. It's a magnetic open and close, and you can feel the pull, so your stuff shouldn't fall out, and I'm pretty sure it's magnetic for the actual earbuds at the bottom as well, so it shouldn't fall out in your bag or anything. Okay, so what we're gonna move on to is the sizing of the earbuds. So it comes with 3 different sizes. The one that's attached, like already applied to the earbuds, are the middle size, the medium size. My ears are really small, so I had to swap it to the tinier size. They're kind of just standard. I don't feel like I need to show you the sizes actually, but it also comes, if you've got like particularly bigger ear holes, it also comes with with 2 of these. I'll show you here if I can. I'll have to just show you one. So you see that it kind of goes around the earpod. I think it'll be easier if I just show it to you. So at the moment, this is how one looks like. This is the right earpod. Call it earpod. It's got the smallest size on it because that is my size. And then you can put these on it around the top bit. Now, can you see the difference? Again, I won't be using those, so I just kind of keep them in the case. So I guess now we're gonna move on to how it was when I first set everything up. So actually it was quite annoying for me when I was first trying to set it up. So I pulled them out of the case, and then I just turned on my Bluetooth and I put the earpods in, and you're supposed to hear it going ready to connect or something like that. But when I connected it, it only connected one of the ears. So with this product, they decided to make the right ear dominant. So you can listen to the music with just one earpod in, but it has to be the right one. It can't just be the left one because all of the main controls are on the right earpod. So that was all very well and whatever. I didn't really think much of it until the sound was only coming through the right ear, even though I had them both in. And it took me about half an hour of watching different videos and figuring out what you have to do. So what I finally figured out is that because it kept on messing up, I had to make my phone forget the device and then reset the earpods and then redo it over and over again. I did that about 10 times and it got really frustrating, but I finally figured it out. So after I had reset everything, what's recommended is that you take out the left earpod first because it won't try and jumpstart like the whole process of connecting to your phone. So if you take the left one out first and then you take the right one out and then you leave them for a second and you wait for them to pair to each other first, and then, well, the only way that you'll know is if you have them in, because there's a little, like a woman's voice telling you paired or pairing, and then it has like a beep, like a boop, and then you know that they're connected, and then it will say connecting to device or something, and that's when you turn on your Bluetooth and that's when you connect it all. And it was quite fiddly to start with, but once I figured it out, it was completely fine. I was obviously very determined to make it work. So yeah, that's all good now. First day is done. I tried to try it out. So I bought these actually for the gym, which is quite heartbreaking because obviously you can't go to the gym right now, but it's fine. They'll open again one day and we'll use them again. But I was using them for the gym, and what I found was that because the right ear is so sensitive, it was adjusting the volume without me knowing it. So if I just quickly read to you what it says on the front here, the front little bits here, on how like the controls work, I found it very fiddly. That's one of the things that a con, I would say. It's just not ideal for me to have such a fiddly thing. I don't tend to use these, so I'll read these out to you first. Okay, so if you tap the right side once, that's the volume going up, and then if you tap the left side once, that's the volume going down. But you have to kind of wait, because if double tap on something is something else. So you press and hold either side for a track forward or a track back. So the right side is a track forward, and then the left side is a track back. So if you want to listen to a previous song or if you want to listen to the next song. So that's holding it down for 2 seconds. You press it 3 times to activate assistance, and that's both sides. And then the right side only, if you press it twice, that's pause or play. So that's one of the things as well. So if you wanted to increase the volume quite quickly, you won't be able to do that, because if you press it twice, it'll pause it. So that's a qualm I have. I think it's kind of with all wireless things that they have this type of system anyway, but it is quite annoying. So most of the time I just use the normal systems on my phone to skip a track or press pause or play or whatever and turn up the volume. So I was initially not going to even touch the controls on the actual earpods, but it turns out that the sound coming from the earpods is actually kind of a separate control to your phone, and I didn't realize this until like the second or third time using it. So I had the volume on my phone turned all the way up, but on the earpods it was completely quiet, and I thought, oh my gosh, it's broken after like the second day. But what it actually was is because at the time I still had the medium-sized buds in, so they were still falling out, so I had to keep on like adjusting them and like shoving them back into my ears. And in doing that, I was touching the controls on both sides. This side, it was coming out more because I have a piercing on the kind of the inside. I have a Dave piercing on the inside here. You've probably seen it if you've seen any of my previous videos. So I have to fiddle with this one more because obviously there's less way that an earpod can get into the ear because of my piercing. But what that was doing was, because this side is the side that you reduce the volume, that I was, without knowing it, touching it and reducing the volume. So what it was, on the earpods, it was on the lowest volume, but on my phone, it was the highest volume. So I had to keep pressing it, and so that's also an issue. If you keep fiddling with them, you're going to be pressing buttons that you don't even know, because it's not an actual button that's on the thing. It's all smooth surface, but it's just touch sensitive. So that's a qualm I had with it, and it is quite annoying. Yeah, so just in general, for any type of wireless earphone situation, because it is Bluetooth connected, sometimes the sound will jump, sometimes it'll, the connection will kind of, you know, skip a beat for a second or something, but I haven't really found that much issue with it. It only happened about maybe twice or 3 times so far. I'll show you what it looks like on the ear now. I'll show you just one side because I don't think it's necessary. Nope, this side isn't gonna work. My ear sometimes just doesn't want to take it. I don't know if that's just me, or maybe because it is quite big. Look how big the pod is, not the bud, but like this bit around here. I'll take you in closer now so you can kind of see what's going on. So here's what it looks like. It's obviously got the stem here. I have actually used it to make phone calls, and the sound is really good apparently, because I have asked people that I've been on the phone with and they can hear me completely fine. So it has been fine. I feel like it is quite big. I feel like it is a lot bigger than the AirPods by Apple, just because of this bit is just so chunky. And again, because my ears are really small, I find that kind of an issue. But it's not like the end of the world. Yeah, I don't think there's much else I can say about it. I told you it's not going to be very techy. This is just what I found from using it a few times. I did get it on sale, so I think initially it was like £80 or something like that, and then I bought it for £55, which I think is pretty good bargain considering the prices of a lot of wireless earphones that are out now. And especially because SkullCandy is a pretty good brand. There are a few out there, but if you don't know the brand, I wouldn't recommend buying it, just because some of these unknown brands are kind of trying to quick release these things because everybody wants them, and they do it at a cheap price. But when you think about it, if you're getting something for so cheap, there's a reason why it's so cheap. I mean, like, this is why you have to watch reviews, read reviews about the specific product, because you don't know what you're buying really if you don't know the company themselves. And I have bought a few things from SkullCandy before, so I know that their quality is good. Yeah, so I think that's it for today's video, guys. Before I go, I do just want to make a little comment on the pandemic that's going on right now. I'm not going to go on a rant about it, although I do feel quite passionate about it because of how serious the situation is. Just quick notes from me. Don't be an idiot. Don't leave your house if you don't need to. Only essential shopping, like literally essentials. I'm not going to list all the things that aren't essentials, but you should know what you can and what you can't live without. There are just certain things that you don't need to be leaving the house for, and if you are meeting up with people that you don't live with, just don't. I'm not gonna go on about it. If you're not an essential worker, you really shouldn't be leaving the house. There are home deliveries that you can get for food, for everything. But if you are an essential worker, I applaud you, really I do. We're so grateful for you. And our country would not be surviving right now if it wasn't for you. All of you guys, even non-NHS workers, non-healthcare workers, deserve more than just a clap every week. I just think that's... I don't know. You deserve more than that, I'm just saying. So that was just my quick little bits and bobs. Just try and stay in touch with your friends. Maybe I'll do another video on just how to keep your mental health in check really while you're at home, because even for me, I'm a homebody, so my routine really hasn't changed that much, honestly, from like my normal life. The only thing really is that I can't physically attend my lectures and my seminars anymore. But other than that, I don't really leave the house on a good day anyway. But even me, I'm starting to feel a little bit isolated, a little bit kind of depressed at times, bored, even though I say this, like, you really shouldn't be bored if you're a student or if you've got stuff to do, right? But you can't be doing that all the time. Like, your mental health is very important, so maybe I will do a video on that at some point. But this video again was just a tech type of video. Just wanted to say to you guys about this pandemic. It's important to address it, even though this video isn't specifically aimed at it. Anyway, I ranted about that even though I said I wouldn't. I'm really sorry about that. So yeah, thank you for watching if you stayed until this point, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys!